Guys here. I don't know whether to call you the reigning queen
I'm
because I'm
not the
confused.
reigning.
I'm
I'm a
confused
past
now.
queen.
So who's the reigning queen now?
Well, I'm sure you know that for yourself. I'm sure that's a question you can answer on your own. But I'm not a reigning queen. I handed over Miss Ghana 2060.
To Margaret.
Yes, I handed over to Margaret. Miss Ghana at 60. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. But Margaret is not here. So are you still taking charge?
No, I am not. In Miss Ghana, you hand over to a new queen, you go for your international pageant, and that is the end of your contract.
But how do you feel about what is happening? Knowing you're a former queen and you always want to look back and say, okay, this is the organization I belong to or I once worked with, and with all the allegations, how does that make you feel?
Well, I stand for the truth, and then there's nothing else but the truth. That's why, as I said, I wouldn't see something that is not right and go and say that it is right. I would see what I see is what I would say.
So
That's
that
why we
means
go
there's the truth
seeing is
among everything we
believing.
are hearing.
No, there is no truth to that. I wasn't used as an escort. I am not. The Miss Ghana has never been an escort agency. I mean, there are sponsorship meetings that we had that we were accompanied by our organizers. So sometimes when they make such allegations, I'm like, really, come on. I mean, at the end of it all, you are an adult. Yeah, you compete for Miss Ghana at 18 and above, so you're considered to be an adult, and such confrontations may have come to you before Miss Ghana. So definitely, as a woman, you should know how to carry yourself. The way you sell yourself is the way they will buy you. If you sell yourself loosely, they will buy you loosely. If you sell yourself expensive and professional in whatever line of work that you choose to do, they will respect you for that. So that is
Maybe the resigned queen didn't do that.
well, I cannot speak for her because during her reign, if you realize, I'm not. As I said, my official duties were done, so it wasn't my reign, so I cannot speak for her. It's during my reign. It's what I saw. It's what I say.
During your reign, did you have the chance to have your lawyers go through the contract?
Yeah, my parents went through them.
I mean, a lawyer.
Yes, well, I have someone at home who does that for me.
Are you sure? Like, were you all allowed to bring in your lawyers?
But no, listen, you come to the event. When you come, you go through the contract over and over again.
But you're not a lawyer. There are certain clauses you wouldn't understand.
How? They're written in English, my dear. You are definitely, they're read in English. That is why you take it to your parents and say, oh, mommy, this and this is what the contracts that I'm supposed to be given to. So look at it, this is what I signed to, da, 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 da. So your parents go through it. My parents went through my contract. They have a copy of my contract. So
during your
I
time,
don't
you
have
had
a
the
problem.
ladies taking the contracts home.
I took my contract. Honey, listen, I took my contract home. To when I finished signing, I took my contract home to my parents. So my parents saw exactly what I had bargained for, and I chose that decision to be part of the Miss Ghana family. I'm considered as an adult, and I chose to contribute to its goal as beauty with a purpose. So that is what I stand for, and that is what I will always go for any day.
Interesting. I've been following your tweets, and you've been throwing a lot of shades.
Well, shades as in what do you mean by shades?
Especially when you responded to Margaret.
Well, that's why you see, it says that if you remember, I said, with whomever, to whom much is given, much is definitely expected. I realized that this whole uproar came about when they threw out the borehole commissioning. But sometimes I would expect that some little research is done before generalizations are made. Because if you would go back to the Miss Ghana page, you would see that during my reign in 2017, I was back at Naboli assuring these women that the project that we took upon ourselves to provide them with safe, clean, and drinking water would definitely be met. So we knew exactly that we were working on that dream. And finally, if it has come to pass, why shouldn't I be there?
So the crown is not a crown of burden, as Margaret put
Not a
it.
crown of burden. You give back to people who don't have. What other joy do you want to get in life apart from making a difference in other people's life? What other? Trust me, you are here in this nice shirt, holding this nice camera. Somebody doesn't even know what this is. The person, I remember there was this woman who thought this was like a stick, and she was just winking. Yes, and she was talking, and she was like this. The mic was on this side. So you can imagine what it was. That would all be bound to education, because she doesn't know it. You're educated enough to know that this is a camera, this is a shirt, this is a purse. So you know what to do. But there are people who don't have that opportunity, and it's through no fault of theirs. So if you are blessed to have this opportunity, it is just fair. God blessed you to have this opportunity so that you can give back to somebody else who doesn't have, so that God would appreciate you, and you would be appreciated, and you will have joy in your heart.
Looking at how openly you've defended the cause, others also have cause to believe that maybe Ina is using Asieduwaa to, for the cover up, go and reply Margaret and all of that on Twitter.
No.
Do you think it was necessary?
No. Nobody is using anybody as a cover up. That's why I say that I decided to be a part of the brand, and I worked hard for it. I know what the brand stands for, and you work hard for it. It's just for a year. Honey, Miss Ghana, your reign comes and goes, but your life lives on forever. Your name is there forever. So it depends. In life, we all choose what to do with our life. We all have our own way of, how do I say that? We all have our own way of tackling experiences that go through our life. So I speak for myself, and I speak from my experience with the band. And honey, it was a lovely one. It was a joyful ride, especially having to go to Miss World. Miss World was beautiful, amazing. You get to interact with beautiful and intelligent queens who take up challenging projects. And these queens are supported in their countries. So it's in Ghana, we have to also adopt it. We have to support our queens. They're women. We always preach women empowerment. We have to put it to use. We have to put it to work. And so that we see our women in top positions, we see our women doing challenging things. Because if you teach a child how to share, or how to create, or whatever you teach a child how to, he will grow up and emulate those characteristics. So if you teach a child good, definitely.